Hi and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Intan Shafiza Harida and I will be the speaker for today. Trigger of mental health, mental illness. Many knows but how much care? Did you know that most of the psychiatrists survivors rejected the term of mental illness altogether? The term are now more preferred to be called as medical model of mental health as our generation get modernized by the time. And while most of the people do know the general causes of mental health problem that's happening in this world, but they don't really give it that much of thought. So today, I'm going to share with you all of my research about the causes of mental health which has been affecting our new generation these days. Well, because I have suffered a mild depression and I saw someone close to me almost give up her fight, I have decided to research on the topic of mental health in Malaysia. And as a Malaysian citizen, I do understand some of difficulty of, unfortunately, very common that happen to people who have struggled with mental health and mental issue. And I would like to stress this: whether the seeds are big or small, it will and it can have an effect depending on the individual themselves. So, in order to have a better understanding of the mental health, of the causes of mental health, we need to lessen the ignorance attitude and take serious of the urgency of this topic, whether in Malaysia or around the globe. There is no single causes of mental illness. A number of factors can contribute to risk of mental illness. So on today's topic, we would be focusing on the stressful life situation. What is a stressful life situation? It could be one of the point would be a childhood history of abuse and neglect. In 1975, a scientist named Edward Tronick and his friend have developed an experiment to an infant baby that were named as a still face experiment, which has effect a lot of emotional trauma to the babies who were involved in the experiment. As a child, they don't understand anything complicated happening around them, and they would expect to learn from the adult themselves. Imagine if the kids grow around a people who doesn't know how to control their emotion and doesn't give any attention to the kids. The child will continue growing very vulnerable toward emotion as they grow up knows nothing how to handle the situation that's involved emotion with other people. And trust me, not able to understand and handle emotion, whether it's ourselves or people around us, can put our mind under intense stress. They will develop many issues depending how the child cope with the trauma itself. Some may have the trust issue, and some will become a people pleaser as they don't want other party to have any discomfort while they were ignoring their own comfort zone. Another stressful life that can affect mental health issue is an ongoing chronic medical condition. Majority of people who have unfortunate situation like this will face with their depression as they feel like they cannot be cured, as the situation cannot be helped at all. As they learn the news about their condition, most of them will fall into the state of denial, which also can mess with their mental health because they do have some sickness but they don't want to believe it. This can be temporary or long-lasting, determined by the patient and the people around them to help the patient fight with the mental illness alongside with the with the new medical condition they have. Not able to handle our emotion and thought during stress situation will make our defense system collapse and make our condition worsen, and sometimes this issue cannot be helped with, as this is one of the biggest root and mental health issue. In summary, the factor of mental health is not only one. There's a lot more than that. No matter no matter whatever your problem is, big or small, a stressful issue can be various to people. And please never think that any of your issue is not important as other people. As I mentioned earlier in my speech, don't compare your problem with other people as various people have their own limits. If there's crack in eye quotes, if there's a crack in everything, that's how the lights get in. And I close the quotes by Leonard Cohen. You can understand that even slightest issue can be a big problem for a certain people. And that's all for me as today's speaker. I hope you learned something new in our topics today. Thank you.